three. I'm the shooter on the team. Stephen Curry, long range.
I got it, and you gon' respect it. Ain't nothing gon' stop me from making it happen. So baby, if they ask, yeah, tell them. I go crazy.
What's up, everyone out there? It's your boy Suave.
And it's Lena Love.
How y'all doing today, man? So today is our last episode for the Women History Month. This is the last week for Women History Month as well. So we definitely want to make this episode a special one for you and you guys out there. If you're a female out there, I just want you to give a round of applause to you, man, because you played a big part in this history and starting some big things out there, man. I spoke highly on the work environment for people. This was all this started back in New York. I'm grateful of it. You know, there's a few movies that's out there, man, that's very good and very important, man. Shout out to who was that? The Venus and Serena family, man.
Yeah.
I know King Richard, man. He played a great part in their upbringing, but I also want to give thanks to their mom as well. She had two beautiful girls, and she didn't do it by herself, but I think we kind of look over that, you know. So if you haven't checked out King Richard, check that out. Also, if you want to go deeper in history, check out Hidden Figures, man. Those ladies were mathematicians, and they really played a big part, a huge part on the figures on trying to get into space, you know.
Yeah.
So those ladies right there, man, big ups to those ladies right there. And I hope that many continue to follow, because in engineering, man, there's so many females that are very well known and very skilled at engineer, you know, regardless of what kind of engineering it is. So I would like to thank all those females out there that does those hard jobs, the difficult jobs out there, like being an astronaut. Being an astronaut is not an easy task to do. You know, it's very like you have to change everything you know about your body growing up. You have to change that and be able to adapt to a different atmosphere and different surroundings. You know, being a astronaut. So, man, kudos to those women that's doing that. Also, women that are like firefighters, you know, police officers. They putting their life on the line every time they go out. They're putting their life on the line. So I definitely want to give us to that. This episode is really about appreciating women, you know. Lena, what do you have to add on to that?
Yeah, I think most of the time women like get overlooked when it comes down to like doing I'm gonna put quotations around it because people call it a man's role, but there are a lot of women who have accomplished things in those men like roles that made different, points of history. So we have a woman who has gone out to space before. We have women who are engineers to help with getting people up into space, but then also, creating things that we have now. So, women definitely do get overlooked when it comes on those things, but I think that's kind of what makes us stronger because we're kind of like um we're like the little secret people have in their pocket when it comes down to things like that, because it's like, all right, well, you guys think that women can't succeed in these things, where this is where I got you. I have a wild card, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely do think like we do get overlooked for a lot of stuff, but we have accomplished a lot of things though.
Speaking of overlooked, and shout out to the chat, man. If anyone in the chat they want to tweet this out, please tweet this out, share it to as many people as possible, so we can get this information out there. I would like to say that we hear about Martin Luther King and we hear about Malcolm X. Well, those guys were married; they had wives.
Right.
They were going through those things right with their family.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just Malcolm and Martin going through that stuff, man. You had the wives also holding it down. They had kids, so they had a huge part. Think about this though. What do you think they were doing when their husbands was out of the house doing whatever they need to do for the
Mm-hmm.
movement? And they had those kids. They had to set up. They had to know how to protect those kids. They had to, ignore people out there that's trying to do harm to them
Right.
when
That had
when
their
those men
opinions.
not around. It was a lot. So those women were very strong, and there's so many that plays a part like that. So it's not like you should never underestimate or belittle a woman. You know,
Yeah.
I think that they have a tremendous part. They play a tremendous part in this world. You know, um, and it's not just they're just a husband. They're just a wife. What am I saying? They're just a wife. In the household taking care of the kids. It's much bigger than that. You know. Um, I'm so glad that the chain has been broken because if I feel like if a woman want to go out there and they want to, put their life on the line and like doing something dangerous, like a dangerous job,
Yeah.
like working with harmful chemicals to come up with some kind of cure that we haven't came up with for any kind of strange disease that we have.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, let them do it because um, we need more minds on it. It can't be one sided, you know, and it can sometimes. I mean, we still have a long way to go because sometimes you hear about females going to a job and they get hired,
Yeah.
but they're underpaid, you know. And not saying that it doesn't happen to men as well, but this is all about women today, you know. So
Yeah.
I definitely don't want anyone to watch this video and thinking I'm being one-sided, so I'm not doing that at all. I'm
Well,
just
no, I
saying
mean,
that it plays a part, you know.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, you're definitely right. There are cases where women do get underpaid because of being a woman when it comes down to doing certain jobs, and it happens. I mean, some places it still happens today, to this day. And others like they don't, that doesn't happen anymore. But there are still cases like that, and you're right. Like we do, it's okay for women to, be a part of what men do because it's always good to have more minds
Hmm.
to figure stuff out.
I say it like this though, like a lot of women that just stepped out there and just taking chances on doing different jobs and different things in the world,
Hmm.
I think that they already understand the risk, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think there's no need for us to be like, oh no, we shouldn't let them do this because they want to have kids, maybe they want to have kids one day or something like that.
yeah,
So like for example, if women want to start playing football, football is a very hand to hand touch on sports. It's very, very, very dangerous. It's a very dangerous sport.
yeah,
And out of so many, But if females want to get together and do that, I'm thinking in my head as a man that they have already understood what comes with being a football player.
yeah,
You know, um, could they get harmed in a way where they're not able to have kids later on down the line? Yeah. Can they break some bones or anything? Yeah. I mean, but I think that if any woman, for example, no, I don't think there's any uh, female football team out there that I know of. But if they are, I'm pretty sure they already thought of like, hey, we know this is a dangerous job.
Yeah, like
It's a
these are the
dangerous sport.
consequences that could
These are
come
the
from it.
consequences. You know, I'm prepared to do it. I already got my head for it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, when I think of a woman, let's say if I'm in a burning building, and I
Hmm.
mentioned firefighters earlier, if I'm in a burning building and someone come and save me out that building, and at the end they end up being a female, I'm not gonna be like, no, put me back in the building because
Yeah.
you're a female. I want a male to save me. You know, you too weak to say no. Nah. I'm be like, man, thank you. I'm gonna give hugs and everything because you saved my life. I don't care who did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that you had the skills to get the job done. You know, or
Yeah.
even a paramedic or a doctor. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
Yeah.
like if I'm just been to some kind of accident and someone's that doctoring on me or getting me to the hospital happen to be a female, look, I'm just happy you had the skill to do it. I don't care who
Right.
you are, male, female. I'm just glad you doing it. That you have the skills to get it done. Uh, Shout out to Cloudy V. Cloudy V, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by.
Cloudy V.
Cloudy
Is that really?
V.
That's gonna be his new name for you. I kid you
Yeah, man.
not.
So check out Cloud Validation, man, when you get time. YouTube streamer. Also check out Stayer Pro Gaming. Stayer Pro Gaming is also my co-host on Man's Cave. So be on the lookout for season 2 of Man's Cave coming out soon. We're getting all those things together, man. But back on the topic at hand, I think that a lot of people are still overlooking or underestimating women, you know, but not your boy here. No, because I just feel like women can be very clever and they're very intelligent, and with those traits, they get a lot of things done. I mean, let's say if they're a detective, you know what I'm saying, solving crime, man. I mean, you gotta look at it like that. Or if
Yeah.
sometimes you want a female in your corner in certain positions because let's say for example that judge, she's a female judge, she may have more grace and mercy on you than a lot of males would.
Yeah.
um, I know a lot of us guys, we like to look at it like the glass half empty, when it comes to things like that. Like, hey, this person committed a crime. Now, throwing a book at them. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, but that female will look and see, okay, let's look at it from another point of view. Maybe this person needs help and been screaming for help. Look at their whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not saying that males don't do that, male judges don't do that. I'm just saying be grateful that some of these females are in that position because you never know. If it was just a male boys club for the forever, dude. Look, I'm a man. I know. We strict on things. You know what I'm saying? We need a little passion and grace and empathy in that. We need it. We
Yeah.
need it, man. It's like a woman being a president don't bother me at all. Look, if she can get in there, get the job done, okay. I mean, I'm okay with change. We have a
Right.
vice president in there, so let's see what she gonna do. And are all females the same? No. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Miss Kamala Harris, she could be like a bad vice president, but until she's shown that, I'm okay with giving her a chance. But she's
Right.
only human, just like any other human being can make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or intentionally have some bad intentions. What do you think about that, Lena? What do you think about this whole women's appreciation thing and how things going? Where do you see it going 5 years from now? What do you think? How I guess I'm throwing so many things at you at one time, but
Yeah, that's
as a
okay.
woman, just give me your thoughts on how do you think society is going to be in the, let's say, in the workforce 5 years from now?
I think 5 years from now in the workforce, I think women would be more accepted when it comes down to certain jobs in the workforce. Um, and I also think like just even outside of the workforce, I think women will accomplish a lot more within the
Hmm.
next 5 years, and you'll hear a lot more of women down the lines of history. Because when we think about history, we only ever hear about men who've done great things. But I think within these next 5 years going forward, I think we would hear more about women doing great things. Because I think right now, it's more right now we hear a lot about great women who've done all these great things, and I think like that's moving into a positive direction. So I think it'll
Hmm.
continue to move in that direction. Like we'll hear more. Um, and like for me, it makes me excited because I'm a person, I like watching documentaries. Um,
Hmm.
Sitting in history class, listen, I barely would pass sometimes with a C or a D just to get me by. But being able to sit and watch documentaries on people, like that's what I like to do, and I retain knowledge from doing that. So, I watch documentaries on like women of history, down the lines of history and stuff like that all the time. Um, and I like learning about them because, you know, I can sit there and be like, wow, I appreciate everything they did to like, for me to be able to live the way I live and,
Hmm.
in their shoes a little bit. So,
Let's
um,
address
yeah,
my man Zach. Hey, shout out to Zach. Thank you for stopping by, Zach. He said women are better problem solvers in general. You know, I was speaking earlier, Zach, before you jump in, before you came into the video. There is a movie called Hidden Figures, and that is a great example of what you're
it's
stating
an
today.
amazing movie.
Yeah, man. Cause like you had all those males back then trying to figure this stuff out, but man, you had astronauts exploding in the air. They had every simulation they had. It was like
Yep.
something with the explode they never made so far. So those females figured it out, man. They figured it out. They said, "Look, um, you don't want to die." And that there was even a part in that movie where this astronaut said, "Look, I'm not getting on that ship unless she's working on this,
Right.
to figure this out, and if she don't say it's safe, I'm not getting on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, I agree with you on that, bro. It's a great thing to be living and being a part of this whole movement and understanding that, man, we're not too much different, and then we can work off of each other, male and female, to get things done. Like, shoot, honestly, man, when I was growing up, I never thought that we'd have a female vice president. Shoot, I never thought that we had a black female first lady in the White House, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd have never thought that ever, but it's happened. So it's opened my eyes on a lot of changes that's going on. Man, a lot of beautiful music out there because of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot,
Yes.
check out Tina Turner, man. That lady right there, I like to think of her as a great icon to look at a female rock star because she started out with R&B and everything, and then kind of like that blues
Yeah.
era, and then she got
Going
into like
to like
rock
a
and roll,
jazzy
man.
thing. Yeah.
So I think that she's a great example of music, of a music icon in rock and roll, you know. And then she got those toned up arms and legs, so you don't want to mess with Tina Turner, you know what I'm saying?
I
So,
knew that comment was coming.
you know, uh, you have
See,
any
when it
say
comes
what
down to
now? Go ahead.
for like famous women for music per se, I like to think of people like Gladys Knight.
Okay.
Um just because like she's always had that like soulful soft voice and like
Mm-hmm.
you know so
Mm-hmm.
I listen to all that old stuff, but um
Hey man, it's all a part of it, right? So, guys, I just want to give shout outs to every female out there, man, in the world. We love you. We appreciate you. This has been your month, you know. I hope that many more come. And I hope you guys out there continue to do great things, you know. Um, help your boy Suave if you can. Help your boy
Oh
Suave.
my god.
Oh, you have any shout outs, Lena?
Just, kind of feed off what you said, shout out to all the women out there who've done great things. Shout out to the women who are coming up even now. You guys, as long as you put your heart to it and you follow your dreams, you will succeed.
Oh man, Lena, before you end it, dude, shout out to my mom. My mom's birthday was yesterday. Shout out to my
Oh,
mom, man. So
happy
happy
birthday to
birthday,
your
mom.
mom. Happy belated birthday
You
to your
know?
mom.
So shout out to her, dude. I gotta tell that shout her out on this video, man, so she can come back to us. So happy birthday to you, mom. Go ahead, Lena. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Um, and not only that, also, um, um, I launched my channel last week. So
Yeah.
definitely go on there, guys. Subscribe to my channel. It's called Lovely Lena. I got the inspiration for the name of my channel from Suave actually, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so definitely, go and subscribe to that. And that's all I really got.
Right. Shoot. So yeah, man. Shout out to Lena Love, man, with that YouTube channel, dude. When the next time you doing an episode, Lena? Let the people know.
I right now at the moment I don't really know because I have a lot of things going on.
Okay.
Um, that just it's like a domino effect right now with things going on.
Okay.
So it's so I had planned for myself to have something out this week, but now I kind of have to plan around it, and I might not have something up until the end of next week, just because everything is kind of just flowing into one another with tragedies. So
Oh, also, man, shout out to the female creators in Dawn of the Monsters, man. That game right there, to me, that's history right there, man. So shout out to them and 13 AMM Games, man. I love that game. So shout out, man. Also, I want to shout out to the chat. Thank you all for coming by, guys. It's been wonderful. We appreciate your love and your support. I hope y'all continue to keep on coming by, man. I'm gonna hit y'all with this outro.
They be trying to count me out, bro, but God got me so I'm blessed up. Brand new 223. I'm the shooter on the team. Stephen Curry long range.
I got it, and you gon' respect it. Ain't nothing gon' stop me from making it happen. So baby, if they ask, yeah, tell them. I go crazy.
Hey, I forgot to shout out Purple Haze, man. Shout out to Purple Haze on stage. So look how she just started a YouTube channel too. I can't end this without shouting out Purple Haze, man. So till next time, peace.